Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Squad. I am Admiral Tirak of the heavy battlecruiser Ancient Kings, as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire, and we have been blasting the planet of Romulus, or Rebus, we're not quite sure which, until its Empire defense is down to 46, and we will continue to pound it until it falls to us. So far, the Romulans have demonstrated they are helpless against our missile bombardments, so let us continue that as we dive into a shipyard assault. One of the more difficult missions for us, because it generally puts us up against 2 or 3 ships, and then the shipyards. And the shipyards can deal with our missiles actually really well. But we are being escorted today by a pretty significant amount of support units. We have with us the USS Kiev, which is a pretty standard, I suppose it's a more drone-equipped heavy war destroyer for the Federation, as well as the USS Ivanov. The last time I saw one of you, you were a dreadnought, and you were amazing. But he is also one of the drone heavy war destroyers, so lots of missiles in this battle, squaring off against a frigate and a heavy cruiser. So of course, us being an advanced bombardment cruiser, we shall square off against this heavy cruiser as well. So getting our systems charged, we're going to prep a Wild Weasel as a scatter pack, just in case the Wild Weasel, allowing us to avoid their massively powerful plasma torpedoes at the last second by dumping it and getting them all confused. The scatter pack, on the other hand, allowing us to be ultra extra aggressive. Now, I'm also going to invest just a little bit into killing this guy, and we're going to do a half salvo, quick step. I believe we were calling it a quick step salvo. Yep, and there we go. So number 2. Wait for it to pop before you open fire with your normal missiles, otherwise you will end up wasting missiles for reasons. And we are now free on power, so let's kick up the speed. Please don't cloak. Just don't cloak and I will have you dead. If you do cloak, I've just wasted an entire salvo of missiles, and that would be unfortunate. Also, I can't shoot at him until after these missiles are no longer there. Oh, you have defensive torpedoes. He has 2 defensive D-type plasma torpedoes, and he's traveling at a speed of 20. But he activated his defenses anyway. There goes the Wild Weasel. Alright, start pulling away. He is a King Hawk, or a Killer Hawk, one of the 2, and he's under cloak, so I can ignore him for just a little bit and watch what happens when suddenly the decoy system suddenly stops working. Surprise! That should take care of you. You have decloaked. I need to wait just a little bit longer for... there we go, defender ship destroyed. Target you, and we are going to do another quick step salvo, even though it's probably not the great... oh, wow. That is definitely King Hawk right there, because he has 3 plasma R torpedoes. The most plasma R torpedoes I've ever seen in game is 3 on one ship, and it comes out of the BCS and this thing. So there we go, all missiles away. Quick step salvo on the way. If he cloaks again, would be unfortunate. We're going to have to really very much hope he doesn't. And there goes his cloak. Cloak the moment he fired all those plasma torpedoes, which means now we gotta unfortunately drag him out of cloak, and the way to do that is with tractor beams and mines. Yeah, his salvo amounted to nothing. The Kiev just ignored it because he had a Wild Weasel of his own all prepared. Let's see how much power I've got for free at the moment. I should have plenty. Oh, engage on him. I can't be looking at anybody but my target, or it doesn't work. There it goes. So we are sapping as much power as I'm willing to sap from it, the Ungwi, and we shall bomb him with transporter mines and then hold on to him with a tractor beam. I'm going to sap for my ECM budget, I don't need it too much. Once we hold on to him, we will just spam every single missile we can right on into him, and that should hopefully be enough to annihilate him. He did dump a mine out the back. It's probably not a nuclear space mine. The Romulans are the only ones who have access to the nuclear space mine. They get one every match for free. It does a lot of damage. It glows blue instead of red, and if you hit it, it's really painful. Levels of pain that most people would never want to experience. That mine placement is unfortunate, because I'm not going to be able to do anything about it, because I won't be in range in time. Alright, F1. Mine there. Up, stay out of the range, stay out of range. Darn it, we didn't stay out of range. And we hurt ourselves doing that, and the beam shut off. Oh, there's something up with this, and I don't know what, and it really frustrates me when suddenly my tractor beam just doesn't work for some reason. Alrighty, so we're coming back around. We'll get a strength 2 beam this time. Not as much power, but hopefully enough. And there. Oh, he's decloaking. Hey, I've got you. Hi, you're dead. Oh crap, this is gonna hurt badly. Everything you've got. So he was able to get in through my open shield at the very last minute. Start slowing down. We're just going to hold onto him and anchor him down. Well, phasers actually. Phasers to overload. All additional weapons, engage. So he has hurt us quite badly. Spare the systems. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. Wouldn't have played it like that in the old days. Let's increase speed as we start coming after these helpless Stardocks now. They are Klingon Stardocks because they have missiles. They probably shouldn't be going at maximum speed of time because it will screw over my little buddies. The Ivanov has an anti-missile defense system, which unfortunately for some reason with the way that the game works, will not be as effective if we're traveling at a higher speed of time. Okay, let's just... Phasers to normal mode. Activate point defense systems, please. I do have point defense systems, don't I? I thought I did. Oh no, that's the normal cruiser. The advanced bombardment, it does not, because it doesn't need them. It's supposed to annihilate its enemies from well beyond range, instead of actually getting into range. So we will speed up a little bit. How does that sound so loud? Oh no, it's normal. Okay. We will turn it down just a wee bit. There we go. Turn everything down a bit, actually. Alrighty, so we have incoming missiles at this point. We'll speed up and slow down, and speed up and slow down. Actually, I can just do this. That's fine. I have enough phasers in order to handle this. And my phaser capacitor is full, so I don't really care. I do, however, have to keep up with repairs, because we are quite badly beaten up. ECM systems to off. I don't need them at this point. I'd rather just have the shield reinforcement as we come on in here to annihilate the KFRD. The Fleet Repair Dock. Now, we can steal these if we really, really, really wanted to, and we would get extra prestige for it. Unfortunately, I've got, what, 5 tractor beams? And he's got 12 Marines. This would be an undertaking, let me tell you. So let's start to slow down. Phasers to overload once more. Tractor beams no longer to defense, because I need to focus everything I've got. Okay, he's open. Disruptors. Okay, and turn these back on. Oh, I didn't even overload my system. So we're just going to sit here and wait, essentially. I can't use my missiles on these things because, one, Stardocks can, or any station can drop a Wild Weasel shuttle, which has obvious effects, being that all our missiles will miss. And two, he has a ridiculous number of tractor beams. Like, words have difficulty describing just how ridiculous his tractor beam count is. Alright, disruptors are almost ready to go. Looks like the Federation is slowly getting involved, letting me do most of the work, as they are wanted to do, the lazy Federation. Once we weaken him enough to knock out his tractor beams and his point defense system, by which I mean his shuttle bay, then we can have a much easier time of this. But until that happens, we have to slowly grind through him. And with every Stardock we destroy, this becomes easier because we don't have to continually shoot down the incoming missiles. Disruptors have nothing. Defenses. We got 6 points of energy in the forward shield. We are just sapping so much power for that phaser capacitor. It's an insatiable beast. Disruptors again. Continually peeling away his shields bit by bit. His shuttle blade's down, so, hi. Pop, pop, pop. They did pop right on top of him, which ate up all of his defensive slots. There we go. That was the plan. It worked out beautifully. Alright, let's get speed. Looks like he invested a scatter pack. How adorable. Where were you earlier? So unfortunately, our Gatling phasers only cover the rear arc. Looks like, because they sure as heck ain't shooting forward. Yeah, only the rear arc. So that is a bit unfortunate because it does mean that point defense when we charge at somebody is a little bit lacking. Now this problem can be easily fixed if you don't pick the advanced bombardment cruiser. If you pick the advanced heavy cruiser, well, I believe that has 2 to 4 point defense systems which will handle all this problem without any issue. And in fact, during one of our previous Federation campaigns, one of the reasons why we ended up not picking an advanced bombardment cruiser was because we were fighting Klingons and we decided, well, we actually need that point defense. It's a little bit too important just to give up on. Incoming fire continues. I have no fighters, unfortunately, to handle it for me, but we should be able to take care of this without too much trouble. Overload. Knock down the shields. Disruptors. Fire everything. Good hits. Slow to a stop. And actually start to come around. We're going to put up a side shield instead of a forward shield. One that actually will let our Gatling phasers get involved. And 2, that'll protect us from our forward shield collapsing, which would be unfortunate. Unfortunately, our allies seem hell-bent on getting us killed, which is something that is unfortunately far too common in this game. Oh, we've taken out your point defense system. How cute. There you go. You're dead. On to the last one. These Federation heavy war destroyers did almost nothing to get by the defenders, and they still do almost nothing to take care of this. Very disappointed in you, my Federation comrades. Where were you when the wall fell? We're mostly repaired. We're fine on that. That'll be repaired between battles. As long as it's not a Romulan star dock and that isn't able to cloak, we're happy. Disruptors engage. Just a long-range, continuous burst of fire. Looks like it's slow. Yeah, there it goes. They managed to take it before we got there. Mostly because we were slow-boating it over there at speed of 15. But yeah, things worked out quite nicely. The entire Stardock has been defeated. Although we did take a pretty nasty hit. Our armor is almost gone. Not that we had much armor to begin with. We don't exactly come to the fight well endowed with armor. We use speed, maneuverability, and an overwhelming amount of firepower that should destroy pretty much any target in a deluge of missiles. That's the plan anyway when you pick this ship. Ready all stations, and the defensive ship is a freighter. Oh, that's adorable. He used to be a War Eagle. The War Eagle freighter conversion is a somewhat depressing thing to look at. However, he may be packing Q-ships. Let's find out. FSPL, FTX-1, SHH... What was that, SHH? FECX-1 Shrike. FSPLs, I don't believe, have defenses. FRS is definitely a small freighter. He might actually be packing a pair of plasma torpedoes. We should be mindful of that. Phasers to overload. Missiles we will not make use of during this engagement. Mainly because I would prefer to save my missiles because I only have so many. And the convoy, well, every single one of those ships has a wild weasel, and they will all use it, which is a bit frustrating. Probe to find out whether or not we're actually in trouble. No, we're not. We are absolutely not. Oh, he used to be a War Eagle. He used to be equipped with a Plasma R torpedo. He was top of the line about 50 years ago. Actually, what is the start date at this point? I need to check at some point. Because we have gone well through time. And as you can see, some ships have just not aged as well as others. Phasers to overload. Disruptors. We opened him up. More phasers. He's not dead, but he may as well be. In fact, that should be good night. Alright, you, on the other hand, you might be packing. Let's find out. Let's go. And you get one. And you get one, too. You're actually not terribly well equipped. That's not bad at all. One of you, I sent a probe your way and then I immediately looked away because I was busy with other things. I'm sorry, I should have paid more attention to you. Hi, you're open. Are you gonna Wild Weasel? No, you didn't. That was probably a mistake, not gonna lie, because now you don't have a shuttle bay. And so you're vulnerable to this. I'm just gonna move outside the bomb. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. He also did not respond to that. What is with people not responding to incoming fire? We are not friends in this battle, just to remind you. Very much enemies. Our empire's at war, very much. That was actually the name of the original base game, Starfleet Command 2, Empires at War. Let's fire more, I guess, because they don't seem to be responding to just 2 missiles. That seems like a bit of an oversight. Also, you. And that. Just continually using MIRVs on everything. If I could have a ship that had nothing but MIRVs, I'd be a very happy captain. Can you imagine it? All of these launchers being MIRVs? It'd be beautiful. I mean, we have an additional 8 launchers here. So 14 MIRV launchers in total? Can you imagine the carnage that would cause? Let's mentally quickly try and do the math. So 84 missiles per salvo is what that would be. That would be beautiful. That would be beyond beautiful. That would be the sort of thing that they would write songs about. Alright, we're coming for you, buddy. Don't worry, we got you. I mean, you can shoot down my missiles as much as you want, but that's not going to stop what's about to happen. You could have stopped. I mean, I probably would have taken a surrender, but unfortunately, whenever I try and board you guys to make you surrender, you decide it's a really great idea to, well, destroy your own ship. I can't imagine it's a very good plan, but hey, you try it. Okay, disruptors, please. Disruptors are not ready. Slow down. You know what? Oh, am I too close? I'm too close. Oh, sorry, me. Let me stop for a moment. Phasers? I shouldn't be too close for phasers. There we go. Yes, phasers don't have a minimum range, I don't think. The missiles do. You can't actually fire a missile if they're right on top of you, which is a bit unfortunate. Because it would be very funny if you could just instantly nail them with missiles. 214 prestige for nailing the convoy and the tile taken. We now surround this planet on 3 sides, which it's another homeworld assault. We'll take it. The patrol would be safer, but the homeworld assault is fun. Oh, we're a fleet admiral now. Excellent. Red alert and increased speed. Let's see who we have for our friends today. It's the USS Napoleon, as well as the USS Lee. And the Lee is, of course, a new drone cruiser with their own little Merv upgrade. How cute. We have 6. And the Napoleon is a space control ship? That's what you look like. No, it's a heavy carrier. So, a heavy carrier is an excellent ship. We're also squaring off against a Shrike Dreadnought, a PLPH-0, and the SHR, the Gigas. Wait, it's just the Gigas. Okay, that's an interesting setup. I think you're dead already. I don't quite think that you have the opportunity to defeat what we're about to send at you. So let's get ourselves up to speed. We'll prepare. We're not going to do a short step salvo. That's what I was expecting. We have a heavy cruiser off here hiding behind the planet, the Gavia, or Galia X-Ray. Could be one or the other. It is an FHA, a fast hawk. So let's get ourselves up to our combat cruising speed, because we need to send the entire massive salvo. First salvo ready. We need to break off at the right time, though. That is essential. So 16, I think, was this distance speed that we needed, because we need to be at a distance of 5 by the time the system cycles. Although I may break off early. I think a stutter step might be a better idea. Yeah, we'll send a quick step salvo at him. Wait for it. There it is. Okay. Fire. Prepare. Don't fire until after the missiles burst. And now follow up and pull immediately away. Full power. Let's keep the distance. Get the distance out nice and long. That way he's not encouraged to cloak, which he will do once he deploys his pseudo-frigates as a defensive measure, which is very, very good. His pseudo-frigates have been deployed, but he has not cloaked, so we are staying outside of his range. More power. Stay outside his AI activation range. And we'll be able to do some dangerous, dangerous things to him. And there's the crash stop. Okay. And prepare for the follow-up. We are just building out distance now. Okay, and the Wild Weasel should deactivate now. Oh, it detonated inside the ship. Good hits on through. 93 damage. So already he's having a bad, bad day. You, on the other hand, are about to lay waste with a massive salvo. The Lee will avoid it. I mean, there's no doubting that. The Lee will use his... I assume so, anyway. Lee, did you just die? Fighters. Lots of fighters. No, yeah, the Lee crash stopped. He did take a little bit of damage by the looks of it, but nothing too serious. One for you, and one for you. Gifts for everyone. Because the fighters aren't here. If the fighters were actually in position and doing what they were supposed to be doing, i.e. screening, they would be in position to annihilate these guys. So get ready for the missiles, and blink, and blink. It's a bit of waste of missiles, all things considered, but I think they've got this. I've pretty badly dented the Dreadnought for them, and they have fighters. The Gigas should be mostly dead here. So I'm just going to cruise onto the planet. I only have so much ammunition, and I need to use it all. Oh, yes, we're going to be very short very quickly. Alright, so the plan will be 3 full salvos. We're going to drop down to our speed of 24, because we're just going to stack it all on top of each other. Planets, unlike stations, starships, anything that moves, really, aside from asteroid bases, too. Planets cannot defend themselves with wild weasels. And they also have a decent number of tractor beams, but I can put out more missiles than they have tractor beams. So we're going to get a massive full salvo going on here. Let's make sure that we're fully set up for this, because we're about to get very close. Defender ship has been defeated. Excellent. Reinforced forward shield. Maximum electronic countermeasure. Who's left? Oh, it is the Gavia. They annihilated him quite efficiently. But now there's a space control ship. Or not, it is a heavy carrier. I keep thinking it's a space control ship because it looks like one, but it's not. Oh, we're about to come into range for firing. Mervs are set and prepped. Range of 72 coming up. And then we will engage with full firepower. Engage. We're just going to stack missile on top of missile on top of missile. We're going to be able to put out enough salvos to, well, make him cry. And we'll put out 3 salvos plus 1 full actual salvo. So we're looking at not quite as many missiles as a full salvo will let us because we are getting kind of low. Actually, no, we'll get them all out. Good. So it'll be this salvo, then the next salvo, and then we'll fire the next set of MIRVs and immediately drop back. And then follow up with the rest of the missiles to follow on. And that will be 112? 118? 108 plus 8. 116 missiles. Of which 108 are actual MIRVs. Oh, crap. We came too close. We were not paying enough attention. This is going to suck a little bit. Alright, that's 72. And they just need this last and final group. Seriously, you guys don't have this guy yet? Well, to be fair, he is cloaking a lot, so... Cloaking makes it very difficult to actually end people. The cloaking devices are very effective. Alright, get ready to stop the ship, because I'm really surprised the planet isn't shooting me right now. And wait for it, and wait for it, and wait for it. Oh, we're getting really close. Draw back. There we go. Pull all the way back down to 0. Prepare the primary missile. Immediate follow-up. 116 missiles. And he shot himself. He tried to fire his plasma torpedo at us, and it fired through the planet. It's a bit of a problem, but not one I'm going to complain about too much. Because we are going to get hit by it. Look at how many missiles we were able to shoot down, but still... just too many missiles. Ah, yes. The amount of alpha we deal is... moderately obscene. But good. Probe, tell me how badly that hurt him. Pretty badly. Alright, MIRV follow-up? Yep. This is the last of our MIRVs. Plus an independent missile salvo. It's a beautiful flower-shaped assault. Disruptors, you may commence your bombardment. It's only a little bit of damage, but hey, it's fun. I actually don't have to kill him. If we take the planet, and we found this out because we did a drive-by planet destruction mission, we basically avoided the enemy dreadnoughts and just bombed the planet and transported people over. But I don't actually have to kill him. If I steal the planet before he gets done, that's it. More missiles. We're down to small mini salvos. Phasers, make sure they're on overload. We can increase the speed a little bit. Let's get a little bit closer. Because there's nothing on this planet left that will defend itself. Oh, I take that back. They had a phaser 3. Yeah, I think we got that few more hits in. What do you got left? You still have a phaser 3. Wow. And you're about to have a phaser 4. Marines, please take care of things. Go Marines. And we'll just stop. I mean, we could try and take out the Gavia, which we should actually do. Did somebody attack the planet? Oh, the fighters did. How adorable. I'm just going to turn in place because I don't feel like accidentally killing myself. Yeah, the Gavia is having a bad day. The planet is also having a bad day. Really, it's just a bad day to be Romulan. Not so bad a day to be a cat person, though. But we will not have to destroy the Gavia. It will end the mission despite the fact that we have not killed it. We may make a little less bonus prestige, but frankly, I don't mind that much. We're currently sitting on almost 20,000 bonus prestige. This campaign has lasted a very long time. Now, the reason for that is we had to literally come from the opposite end of the galaxy. The Merak are, of course, in the very north. Oh, they destroyed it in time. Good job, guys. Excellent work. Defeated all the enemies. And captured the planet. That's teamwork. We basically gutted and weakened the only dreadnought, took out his pseudo-frigates. That allowed them to easily come in and annihilate it. And then the Gavia just hung under cloak the whole time and then just got slowly depth-charged. 670 prestige is our reward, and we're at over 20,000. Oh, it feels good. We are very much in command of our own destiny. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.